Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's movie vlog. I am the critic who's a Sanek. How's everybody doing? And welcome to the Low Council. What's going on, bruvs? Chattanooga. What's going on? What is going on? Patrick McDuff is here as always. What's up, bruv? How's it going? Rogue Baron Hound 3000s. Ho ho ho! Del Boy Kenobi. Welcome to the channel. That's a new name. I've not seen that before. Laura, it's a short story. Thank you once again for joining us, and congratulations on quitting Twitter. I know that Twitter is sometimes a thing that I want to quit, but then I realize I kind of have to have it for certain things, and yeah. Elric Hayuga. Green Giant, yum. Let's see. Herpicus McDerpington, once again, a great channel name. Gonna lurk here, until I decide what to have for dinner. Sounds good. Hope that you choose something delicious. Frank the Tank of the Shanghai Weird Dog Clan are also here as well. Mirrored Jeremy. Hello, Mirrored Jeremy. Chubby Teddy Monster Productions. I'm not gonna fight this war. I'm gonna end it. Damn right, son. Odin. What's going on? It starts now, Laura. That's what we're doing right now. We're starting it now. Tina, dang, I'm trying to online liquor shop for the holidays. Oh, so sorry. So sorry, Tina, to interrupt you right now. Mex, what's up, Mex? How's it going, bruv? Good evening, Asgardians and meatbags. I can't stay for long because I've got finals to work on and less than a week to get them done, but I still want to drop in for a little bit. Well, thank you, Mex, for stopping by, and good luck on finals. And hopefully once you're done with finals, you can stay with us for a little bit until your semester starts back again. Frank, you need to rub. Someone needs to rub Frank's belly. Who is going to do it? Who is going to volunteer? Someone needs to rub the belly of Frank. Rogue Baron. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Say hell no to the friends you know doing sketchy things. That's right. We say Merry Christmas on this channel. That's for damn sure. Feelings are indeed overrated, Max. You're totally right about that. Tina, did everyone see Odin's last video about the Oscars, Kevin Hart, and Lucasfilm missing the deadline? Yes, so if you didn't know this already, Lucasfilm is incompetent. We already knew that, but even more so. So basically, Solo is not going to be eligible for even a nomination at the Oscars this year. And it's not because the music is mostly based off of John Williams. It's not because of anything else other than the fact that Lucasfilm, Disney, was late in submitting the paperwork for it. If you didn't know or think or believe that Lucasfilm is incompetent, look no further than the news that just broke today. And of course, we already know that the Oscars are incompetent by the way that the whole situation with Kevin Hart has been handled, because Kevin Hart is hilarious and probably was one of the few people that could have brought new eyes and more eyes to the Oscars this year. And now they've kind of just, you know, pissed that all away. Verbose 1127, welcome back. Hello. Greetings from Chicago. Welcome, welcome. Laura says, yeah, oh, and FYI, I'm off Twitter, but I'll be on Discord. All right, awesome. As long as you're on Discord, we are good. That way I can still contact you if need be. In case you get blocked again and there's a misunderstanding, I want to know I have a way to contact you. Rogue Baron says, finals tomorrow as well, so I'm going to cut it short too. No problem, Rogue Baron. Again, good luck. If you are taking finals, good luck. My guys are taking exams next week, and I know that I cannot wait for the 2-week break. Speaking of which, the week of Christmas, obviously, all of us are going to be busy, as I will be as well. So there's going to be a few days that I'm going to be out of town, and I'm not going to be able to do my typical live streams, typical videos. I'm going to try and see if I can post some things to the Welcome to Asgard channel, where I post vlogs. And also, I upload my live streams after they have already gone live on this main channel, since I try and get these put into being unlisted, because obviously YouTube sucks for a lot of different reasons, and I want to make sure that everyone is indeed able to see the content, whether they are here on time or whether they have something else more important like finals going on, because they are indeed very, very, very important. Kyuga, did you get the tweet I sent you about the video I made challenging Disney? I may have. It's so hard for me to be able to tell you for sure, just because I get a lot of tweets. And, like, you can even tell my Valkyrie, I'm terrible at responding to their messages. Like, I try and read all of their stuff, but I am absolutely terrible at responding to even the messages from the Valkyrie. So, it's nothing against you. It's not that I haven't seen it. It's just that I honestly don't know at this point, because there's a lot of things going on. So, Tina says, my Chromebook is showing the twirly circle of your face, so I'm listening to you on the TV. How is my microphone? Because I don't know if it was my headset, or if it was just it was the microphone on that one take. But the video that I record today, something was definitely off about the audio. So let me know if the audio sounds off. There's just like a crinkle to it, if it just doesn't sound quite up to snuff like it normally does. Because if that means my microphone's broken, I'll be very upset, as my dogs are both chewing on various things to keep them occupied. And there was something that I wanted to try. It's freezing. So there's these things called Kongs, and you can put like Kong spray. It's like some kind of chicken delicious thing that they love, and you can have it just regular, but you can also put it in the freezer, freeze it, and then it takes them a little bit longer to get to it. So I gave that to the dog that can eat through a bone in like 5 minutes, and then I gave River the other one that she can usually, it takes her about an hour usually, so we should have plenty of time, and they're normally pretty tired after anyway, which is, I think, hilarious. Mike G, what's going on, Mike G, and James Harold, and Darth Nero, welcome. Dude, I really hope we get some Razzie nominations for Solo, or at least for some movie that's not seen by critics to be awful, but that's known by most people. And even then, Solo, again, as I said before, is not the worst Star Wars movie that's ever been put out there. It's not great, but it's I put it at a C-level movie, but unfortunately it had to come out in the wake and the shadow of The Last Jedi. And also, guys, sorry that I didn't put this into a calendar. I was actually my plan was, once I got off work today, was to put this in at 5 o'clock to start at like 5, maybe even like 4:45 to start early, because I know a lot of you usually also watch the High Council as well, and I was trying to start it a little bit earlier so that way anyone that wants to watch the High Council is not conflicted between the two or having to watch both at the same time, because I know that even I with my ADD is just like, oh my goodness, it's so many things. So I'm going to try and start these streams earlier on Tuesdays if I possibly can. Something came up though where plans had to change, and so I got home later, so my video came out later, which meant everything got backed up. So yes, so we're not going to be on for too long. We're not going to be on to the time that we're normally on until when I start, usually at 6:30 or so. But we're going to be on for a couple hours, so we're going to have us a good time. Mex says, when it comes to reviews, Statler and Waldorf from The Muppet Show are wonderful role models. Oh my God. Yes. Yes, they are perfect. They are what I strive to be on a daily basis. If you want to talk about critics who are cynics, look no further than them. Tina says, yes, he is. Stephanie and I can chatter away, and Odin will answer hours later, but we're used to it. And it's the best part is that usually I'm doing something and I can't respond to, but I can at least read the comments. And so sometimes I read them, and at one point they usually start talking about me, not answering, and it's the funniest thing ever, because I'm like, oh my God, they're talking about me right now, and I can't respond. Because it's like, I'm reading what you're saying, I just can't respond. Mr. Peabody, hello, Mr. Peabody. How art thou? How art thou doing? Erakuga, if you want, I can send it again, but it's on my channel. It's on my channel. It's a challenge I think you will like. I made to Disney. Okay, yeah, definitely. Please send it again. Did you send it over private message? Send it over private message, and I'm much more likely to see it. Velvet Scarlatina. Interesting, Velvet. So Cards Against Humanity bought part of the U.S.-Mexico border. Guess what that means? Wait, what? Wait, are you serious? Did the makers of Cards Against Humanity really buy a part of the U.S.-Mexico border? Because if so, that is amazing. And it sounds like some really awesome games and future updates to the game are going to be beautiful. If you've never played Cards Against Humanity, it is a lot of fun, especially if you're playing with a bunch of non-PC friends like I tend to play with whenever I played the game in the past. Oh, it's so much fun. It's so much fun because I'll just give you an example. And again, trigger warning, facts don't care about your feelings, and neither do I. So one example of that is, let's say that the card you draw is biggest joke in history, or funniest moment in history, and then you have a bunch of cards, and obviously there's a lot of things in history that most people probably wouldn't think are funny, but that's why it's funny, because you think, oh, this is so non-PC, why would anyone put this? And so there's things like my favorite response that I ever did to answering that question, and it was just to piss off any time that we had another woman that was a part of the group, was I'd put things like women's suffrage. Now obviously I don't believe that women's suffrage is funny or that it's a bad thing, but it's non-PC, and that's what makes it funny, at least to me. So, sorry but not sorry to anyone who might find that offensive. That sounds amazing. Let's see. Patrick McDuff says, I won't be able to stay for long. I have important stuff to do. Hey, that's fine, Patrick. We all have important stuff to do, and I always understand when you need to go and do those things. Michael Skew, what's up, Michael Skew? Force Ghost Jeremy, dare I ask, did you get your new PC fixed? Well, that's what I'm on right now. So yes, it is fixed for now. I probably doomed myself. So I still have an issue where one of the fans isn't spinning correctly on the cooler for the oh my goodness. Oh, brain freeze. For the not the PC, but not for the motherboard, for the chip, for the thing. For the processor, the processor is what I call it, but the processor, I love saying it that way. So the cooler for the processor, one of the fans doesn't work quite right. It still keeps it cool enough to where it's not getting astronomically warm, but everything else seems to be working just fine other than that. And it still doesn't look great, but it looks just about fine. Tina says, shh. We're like, shh, do you think Odin is listening? Oh, keep talking anyway. I know it. It's so funny. I love it. Max says, Willow looks about as happy with the throne in the background as Ozzy Rostico with Kylo Ren. Damn right, man. Dude, Ozzy Rostico is so happy right now that Kylo is bowing down before her gloriousness. Velvet Scarlatina says, yeah, they had a site to sign up, and basically the people who put money get a part of the land. Trump can't finish this wall. That's amazing. That's amazing. Donald Hudson, yes, indeed. Thanks to YouTube. I'm sure you didn't get notified, but hey, that's live. Let's see. Edward Coleman, I did finally email you. Hope you get it. Thank you, man. I thought I saw an email get sent to me, so I will definitely check that out. And thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. CPU. There we go. Chipset. CPU. Thanks, Rogue Baron. Intel chip. Words. Alexander says, Vox is a garbage tier corporation and owns about 24 other internet sock puppets. No, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They are garbage tier to the nth degree. And that's why I'm sure my video will get demonetized, because one of them will be like, oh my goodness, but my feelings do matter. But my feelings really do matter. Odin, my feelings matter. Not up against facts. Let's see. Eric says, I sent it to you DM just now on Twitter. Awesome. I will check that out later. Mr. Peepeye says, processor, now you're using proper English. Oh, is it proper English to use processor? Well, then good. We're a very proper channel here. We are very supportive of proper things in proper language. Mech says, have you made any progress in Last Command yet? No! What do you think? I have seen all of Season 1 of Rebels, though, and I love it. For all the people that said, oh, Season 1's not good, shame on you. It is. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. I heard someone's complaint said it was like, oh, it's too much like Aladdin. Like, oh, you know, the main character is too much like Aladdin. Okay. I love Aladdin. And in the Star Wars universe, I think that perfectly works. So, overall, I love Season 1. I can't wait to start Season 2. That's pretty much the only real thing I've been able to, like, put down lately. I still need to, of course, dive back into the Thrawn trilogy, finish up that last novel, and, of course, dive into Season 2. And once again, thank you to Laura. Ryan Stole My Fanfiction Story. That's the name that I always know you as, forever and for always. And thank you so much again for setting me Season 1 and 2 of Rebels, because it is absolutely amazing. Velvet Scarlatina says, I sent a news link about the story over on Discord. Awesome. Can't wait to check that out. Rogue Baron says, don't forget to encourage everyone to dislike YouTube Rewind. Not enough furry representation. Damn right. In all seriousness, go dislike that video. Don't watch it. Don't give them any minutes. In fact, if you want to see the video itself, if you want to see why people hate it so much, go over to PewDiePie's channel. If you don't know who that is, please go check him out. If you love me bad-mouthing NPC, SJW, identity politics, you will love him, because he does other things, obviously. He does a lot of video games and meme reviews and things like that. But also, he's a very sensible person who gets a lot of hate for a lot of different reasons. And he'll be totally upfront and honest about why and how people don't like him. But anyway, he basically watches the video and critiques it. And it's, oh my God, he burns so many people. Like, one of the women that's in the video apparently hasn't made a YouTube video in 9 months. And I was like, and yet she got put in the video when the highest channel, the channel with the most subscribers on YouTube, only his chair got mentioned because of, you know, reasons and hatred. Mike G says, hey, Odin, did you watch the Future Man Season 2 teaser? I've never seen Future Man, so no, I have not. Jedi Rider Gaming, thank you for the Canadian $2 super chat. Appreciate it, man. Just wrapped up my stream. Did I miss anything? We're about 16 minutes in, so nothing too big happened right now. Hope you had a great stream, and thank you for joining us, and thank you also for the donation. I really do appreciate it. Patrick McDuff says, I have to go now. Have a great night, everybody, and remember to subscribe to PewDiePie. Yes, guys, subscribe to PewDiePie. It's important. PewDiePie needs your help, and in order to defeat T-Series, you need to subscribe to PewDiePie. So I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon, because you know what? I care about him. Not your feelings, but about him, because he's a fact. That's right. He is a walking fact. Alexander says, let's get YouTube Rewind to 10 million dislikes. Message from Jeremy. Yeah, seriously, let us drop the dislikes on that video. Let us make it the most disliked video in YouTube history. Right now, it's still Justin Bieber's Baby, which I think is around 10 million dislikes, maybe even more at this point. But let's get that, dude, let's get that boy to the lowest ever, because you know what? YouTube needs to be sent a message that we will not continue to allow this basically these handouts given to some of these channels. Because it's interesting, whenever you go to trending, if you don't think that YouTube has a political agenda, look to the trending videos sometimes, because it's always going to be some kind of identity politics related channel, and it's always going to be a video that usually doesn't have a whole lot of views to begin with. So you're like, how is this trending? It doesn't have that many views. Again, because YouTube very much caters to. It's interesting because Google's actually going on trial right now for discrimination on the basis of thought, and they're saying, oh no, we don't do that at all. Sure. The demonetization of some of my videos, sometimes, you know, it's interesting because when you get demonetized, the process is that you're supposed to, you know, put in a challenge, and then at 1,000, it's automatically manually reviewed. Well, there's been several videos where I've been demonetized within maybe 10 minutes, and then I'm not even to 1,000 views yet, and then I'm magically remonetized. And I'm never given a reason why I was demonetized in the first place or anything else. And the main reason why is because it was probably someone who was butthurt, who was like, you know what, I'm going to flag his video. Or it's just YouTube saying, oh, you know what, we're going to take his, you know, we know that most videos tend to get the most views when, like, it first comes up. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take it off there and affect the overall outcome of the video. That's what we're going to do, because they suck. Proper Jeremy is here. How are you today? I'm doing fine, Proper. How are you doing? Are you still proper? I sure hope so. I sure as hell hope so. Tina says, I downvoted. Funny how I'd never heard of that rewind thing until you and Steph mentioned it. Yeah, I've seen it before, but it's never gotten as much press coverage as it has this year because of just how bad it is. And it's sad because there are some really good YouTubers in it. And it's really sad that they had to get dragged down into it with all the other stupid YouTubers in it who are just awful persons. Let's see. Donald Hudson says, just got done baking my own cookies, chocolate chip peanut butter cookies. That does sound good. I could do without the peanut butter myself, but you know what? If you have the chocolate chips in there, I am down. And my dogs are very happy because they're still working on their stuff. Let's see. Tina says, darn it, I can't see the super chats. Who gave $2 Canadian just now? Jedi Rider Gaming. Don't worry. If you miss any, Tina, if you miss any, don't worry about it, because it stays up in my recent events in my Streamlabs, so I can easily add them in later on if you can't get to it. But I appreciate you trying. I know that I came on a little bit too early for you. I know that you haven't had your dinner yet. I don't think you've had your dinner yet, and so I am sorry. P-Pie says, what do you think SJWs would do with the original Knight Rider, considering the main theme was one man can make a difference? Battle Royale. Oh, for sure. I really do think that, yeah. One, that song would not be a part of it, because they would say one person can make a difference. Or even better, they would say, oh, we're going to cast this. We're going to do a female version of Knight Rider, and then it's going to be one woman can make a difference. But that's not sexist. One man is sexist, but one woman is not sexist, because you can't be sexist if you're a woman. You can't be a sexist if you are one of 1,000 made-up genders. You can't be racist if you're part of the, you know, the identity politics coalition. It's just stupid. Elder Kayuga says, the moment you started slamming the YouTube Rewind, it lagged for me. Yep. No surprise there. Rogue Baron says, Justin Bieber is at 9.9 million dislikes. YouTube Rewind currently has 8.9 million or so. Oh, yeah. And keep in mind, Baby has been around for, what, a decade almost at this point? Very long time. Several years. This video has only been out for a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. This is going to be the most disliked video in YouTube history. And we can thank the people over at the PewDiePie channel for that. That's right. I don't mind. PewDiePie, be my friend. Hybrid says, hey, my brother. What's up, bruv? How's it going, bruv? Proper Jeremy. Jeremy is hosting a Council of Jeremy's live stream this Saturday. Wait, he's hosting it? That's awesome. I knew that y'all were having one, but the fact that Jeremy's a part of it too? Yes. If I can be there and I can join in on that stream, would love to be a part of that. Would absolutely love to be a part of that. I think I should be free at that time on Saturday, but I will definitely let you guys know. Patrick McDuff, you have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Mex, it's true after all. Fame may only last for 15 minutes, but infamy lasts forever. That is a true statement. That is a very true statement. Sometimes people can be a flash in the pan. You forget about them completely, but you usually remember the stupid things that someone does. Donald Hudson says, I hope that's a bone Willow's having fun with. So basically... Yes, basically what it is, it's a Kong, so it's a little rubber toy, and it has this like chicken flavored filling inside of it that I froze. So she's having a blast. The fact that she's still playing with it tells me that I did the right decision in letting her have it, while my other dog is still working on hers, and it was much smaller. It's one that that Willow, the bone that my dog River has, is a bone that she can finish in about 15 minutes or less, when it takes River about an hour because she's a normal dog. So I'm glad that I gave the one that Willow has instead. Let's see. Peabody says, you don't need chocolate chips. You have Wookie pies. Oh, my God. Dude, you're right. Me and my wife need to cook up some more recipes from that cookbook you got us, because Wookie pie sounded so good. We just haven't had a lot of time to cook recently. But thank you for reminding me, Peabody. And, guys, Peabody is the reason why I've got Aussie Rose Tigo. It's the reason why I have Kylo Ren. I guess he's Aussie as well, but he's just Kylo Ren, I guess, because Kylo is just boring altogether. So I don't want to give him a personality. But Rose, Aussie Rose Tigo is where it's at. So thank you once again, Peabody, for sending me that. And also, he got me a Star Wars-themed cookbook of all these different kinds of treats, and it's awesome. So thank you, man. Tina says, that's good. Yeah, I had dinner. I fried chicken in white rice, flour, and did wedges. It's poor Stephanie who said she hasn't eaten today, and she's still at work. Oh, I didn't know she hadn't eaten. Oh, my gosh. Guys, let's send some positive vibes, some good prayers and thoughts over to Stephanie as she finishes work. Mex says, Asgardian meat bags, whatever happened to all the pork recipes in Pencilbeard? Dude, you're right. It's because you haven't been here. It's because some of the originals who've been here who were like always like, Pencilbeard, it's time for the Pencilbeard, disappeared. So you're right. It's time. It is time. Pencilbeard is back just for you, Mex. Thank you once again for being so loyal. Tina says, I managed to pan down and found it. Much appreciated. And yes, they said that Justin Video is around 10 years old and Rewind is closing in. Damn right. And it's going to surpass it very, very soon. I would not be surprised. P.Y. says, well, Justin did release a song that basically says F yourself. That is true. That is a true statement. Proper Jeremy says, it's on my channel, not Jeremy's. I wish it was on his channel. No, actually, you know what? You wish it was on yours. Proper, actually, is yours monetized? If yours is not monetized, Proper, what I recommend you do is get a Streamlabs set up, because if you have Jeremy on your channel and you have the traffic that could bring, dude, like, if you're not monetized yet, get the Streamlabs donation thing up, because you might have some people that might be willing to donate to you, man. And if you need help setting that up, just let me know. Alexander says, someone needs to bring the Google executives and Mark Zuckerberg to a real government hearing where he can't just blow off Ted Cruz when he gets questioned. Yeah, I mean, obviously, they haven't done anything illegal yet, so they really can't, have them at a real court, unfortunately, even though I think that, basically for me, do they have a right to do what they're doing? I think so, because I do believe in freedom of speech, and they are a private company, and so they can do whatever the hell they want. My problem comes with the fact that they're not upfront about it. If they were upfront about it, at least I could have some respect for them, because at least they would be owning the fact that they are silencing voices. But because they're not, that's what I have the biggest problem with, is the fact that they try and act like, oh, what? We're not doing anything. We're fair to everybody. It's like, shut up. No, you're not. Only idiots would believe that. Hyman says, Justin Bieber is the most hated Canadian ever. Man, that is a powerful statement you just made. Force Ghost Jeremy, what was your best Christmas present when you were growing up? The one you remember the most? Oh, boy. Well, there was one that I remember because I snuck down early to see it before Christmas, and it was one of the first remote control cars, and it was like all plastic build, and all you could do was just press go, and it was a steering wheel. There was no other really fancy features other than that, so I love that one. And then also, I was given a couple things. There was one where I actually got to, it was like a Burger King toy where you could actually like bake things in it, and I love that. But even more so, do you remember like Creepy Crawlies, I think is what it was called? But basically what it was you got this like metal tray that had designs of different creatures. So it was like one was a scorpion, one was a spider, one was these different types of insects. And what you would do is you would be able to put in this type of like liquid, like glue liquid, and you could pick your colors and everything like that, and then you would put it in this machine that would essentially bake it. And when it was done, it would be an actual rubber thing. And it was so cool. I forgot what happened to it, but that's probably the one that I remember the most because I loved it so much. Don says, I don't want Baby to lose its top spot. Let's get it second place. No. No. I understand where you're coming. I'm going to let you finish, man, but you have not. If you've seen this video, you wanted to get the top spots. Hallmark Jeremy, plug away, dude. Eldrick says, Pencilbeard, I've been watching a lot, but apparently not long enough. Nah, dude. Yeah, Pencilbeard was a thing for a while. And then at one point, I got a trim, and the Pencilbeard still worked, but just wasn't as effective as it is now. Juan, just so you know, I'm gonna read it because you're a new name. You're a newer name than some of the other guys in the chat. But if you want me to read a comment or answer a question, just put Odin at the very beginning. You don't have to tag the channel or put at. Just if you put ODIN at the very beginning, it's gonna pop up orange for me, and I'll know that you'll want me to read the comment. Because I don't make people pay for me to read comments or anything like that. But I just ask that you at least let me know by having my name in there that you want me to read it. But I am planning on seeing Spider-Verse. I was gonna try and see it Thursday, but I want to go see it in Dolby, and there's only one showing at 5 o'clock that I don't know if I'll be able to make, so I might have to wait until Friday or Saturday, but I am definitely planning on going to see it for sure. Sorry, pencil beard's got to come out for a second. Let's see. Peabody says, thank you for the shout out, but I sent the cookbook because you would use it. I didn't even open it. That's true, Peabody, but thank you anyway. I really do appreciate it. Proper says, I'll definitely need help with Streamlabs. Can I still use Google Hangouts, though? It's much easier. You can use Google Hangouts, but I'll have to walk you through it, because basically you can still set up a Streamlabs. They might not be able to have their chat pop up, though, because you do need to be using OBS, and you can use both, but your computer needs to be able to handle running OBS and also Hangouts at the same time. So we'll have to troubleshoot that, man, but I'll try and help you walk through it at some point. Meg says, is that pencil 0.5, 0.7, or 0.9? Wow, that is a deep philosophical question, and I'm actually not even that sure. It was made in China, and it is huge, and there is no marking about what kind of lead it uses. Sorry. I know that's a very important question, but I honestly don't know. Laura says, thank you for being a good sport about the beardaments. I watched that stream later, and it made me laugh. Good, Laura. I'm glad. And actually, I'm going to try and wear them every single movie stream through Christmas. So once again, Laura, thank you so much for that. And, of course, Rebels as well. I appreciate both very much so. Let's see. Alexander says, at least they have... What's wrong? Oh, you finished? And now River has taken it? River finished hers very quickly. All right, well, you might start hearing some shrieking now because the dogs are apparently finished. Creepy crawlers. Yes, creepy crawlers, Elric. That was what it was. I love that thing so much. Alexander says, at least they have all been exposed. Twitter CEO even did it to himself, and Ted Cruz was able to expose Zuckerberg with how clueless he looked responding to him. But again, who watches C-SPAN? Not many people. So it's like, yeah, they were exposed, but to who? I mean, that's like, as much as I appreciate them being exposed for their, stupidity, still gotta, stick with the facts here. Herpicus says, I'm glad I'm blind so I don't have to see the rewind. Oh, yeah. I think that's, it's an eyesore. It's definitely an eyesore for sure. Thank you, Tina. Appreciate it. Jeffrey Toon says, hello, people. Jeffrey Toon's here. Jeffrey Toon, what's going on, bruv? Jeffrey Toon has been a patron for a very long time, and in fact, once I catch up with the chat, I'm going to shout out all my patrons, because I haven't done that yet. Laura says, I wonder if they will have Viking-themed beard thingies. Hey, I would not be surprised if they did. Donald says, I remember Odin, that was so much fun. I think it was pulled from the shelves for being a burn hazard. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm surprised that thing didn't burn down my house. Peabody says, they might not let you in the theater if you carry a weapon in your beard. That is true. That is a true statement. Eldrick says, been hearing rumors that Google Hangouts will be taken down sometime next year. So basically, Eldrick, the way that works is Google Allo, which is a chat service that I actually use because it's great for group chats, especially across Android and iOS, is being shut down in 2019. Hangouts, from what I've heard, is going to be shut down in part. I think there are certain aspects to Hangouts that are still going to be usable. Like, I think the way that I use it, for example, I think that will still be existing. I don't have all the details on that yet, but I think it's just shutting it down as far as it being a texting service and specifically a chat service. I think for video calls, it's still going to be a thing, but I could be wrong on that. Let's see. Tina says, I'll be curious to hear your review of Spider-Verse. SC Reviews said it gave him a migraine and he wasn't seeing it in 3D. I'll never see it as a director came out for oh no, Tina. I did not know that. Yeah, that's why would you support a domestic terrorist organization? Like, seriously, that's a bad move. But I will say this much about it. I honestly think I'm gonna get a headache from it because the animation just looks awful. People are saying, oh, it's refreshing and it's new. It's headache-inducing. It's so off. It's like the frame rate is so off. It's one of the reasons why I didn't like the Lego movie, because the frame rate and the movements were so, like, jarring. I couldn't stay focused. It was just ridiculous. So anyway, I guess I'll still see it. Maybe I won't pay for it, though. Hyper says, if someone is being racist intentionally, not in a funny way, and the person being offended protects his or her rights in defense, they're not an SJW, right? By the way, sorry if this is a stupid question. Let me read it again. If someone is being racist intentionally, not in a funny way, and the person being offended protects his or her rights in defense. Oh, no. I mean, if someone's being a downright racist or sexist, then absolutely. Like, you have a right to make fun, mock, and be angry and frustrated at that person. Absolutely. The problem, what's SJW and NPC, as we now call it, is when someone says that something is racist or sexist when it has nothing to do with those things. That is when the problem comes into play. So, no, Hyper, not a stupid question at all. It's something I think needs to be clarified. Alexander says, wouldn't be unhappy at all if Trump oppressed these multinational massive corporations into not censoring by politics. Not me, just because I don't think a government power should have that much power or authority. That's just me. Hyper says, sorry if the question was weird. Just wanted to ask a general question on the base of my understanding and hear your thoughts. No problem, man. No problem at all. Royal Triple, damn right, subscribe to PewDiePie. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Tina says, he didn't know why it made him sick. He said he looked away at the screen again. It was almost like throwing up, but I know Lethal enjoyed it, so he saw his review. And exactly. So that's the reason why I'm kind of mixed on it. Jedi Rider Gaming, thank you again for the Canadian $5. My sister bought a husky puppy. Man, he wrecked my Christmas tree and keeps attacking my cat. I'm exhausted. Oh my god, husky puppies are so cute. But yes, they are indeed a handful. I've met a few huskies in my life, and their moms and dads have been very specific about how destructive that they can be. But oh my goodness, sounds so cute. Oh, Dave Bob's here. What's up, Dave Bob? No one cares about the Oscar Academy Awards anymore. We know it's a bunch of snobs smelling their own farts. No, Dave Bob, you're so right. It really is. Like, literally, the Oscars have become, let's see how far I can stick my head up my own ass. And then once I finish that, let's see how far I can stick my head up someone else's ass. And then if someone else isn't agreeing with me, well, then let's see if I can take their head and shove it up their own ass. And then I can try and see if I can smell what they're smelling inside their ass. And that's a very convoluted thing, but that's what the Oscars are these days. So very, very true. Eric Coleman says, terrorism is bad? Now I know, and knowing is half the battle. I know, right? Knowledge is power. Herpicus McDervington says, Into the Spider-Verse looks even worse when you don't have depth perception. Oh, I can imagine. That's true. Like, imagine if you're not even seeing it in 3D, but let's say you have depth perception issues. Let's say you're blind in one eye, as one of our subscribers is. Or, you know, let's say you have some other types of depth perception issues. It's going to mess you up, even if it's not in 3D, because it's so jarring. Piper says, thank you, Odin. Let me know when it's a good time to walk me through it. It's great. Appreciate it. I'll try and see if I have time after stream tonight. Since I did an early stream tonight, I'll see if I have time after. But if I don't, I'll try. You know, just hit me up, and I'll try and see if I can work that out for you, man. Tina says, we need an announce an Asgard movie night change soon. Yes, Tina, and there might be a change to the change, Tina, and I will get back to you. Luckily, we're still a few days out. But what I can say for sure is that movie night will not be on Saturday. It'll be either Friday or Sunday. We were originally going to plan to shift it to Friday, but something came up, and I don't know if it's something that I can get around, so I will keep y'all posted on that, though. So as soon as I've made an official decision, I will let y'all know on Discord and on Twitter. Let's see. Alexander says, if we take a look at some of the Canadian colleges, I'm willing to bet that Justin Bieber won't look so bad. Helmet Shirt 89, can't believe no one has noticed Antifa behave like Cobra Troopers, like G.I. Joe. Like, seriously, no, like, they're just terrible people. And anyone that ignores that is an idiot. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give a huge shout out to my patrons: A Gray Jedi, Adam Shawhan, Dave Bob, Delete System 32, Donald Hudson, Edward Coleman, Enrique Evangelista, Frank the Tank and the Shawhan Weird Dog Clan, Greta Zenner, Harold Francis, Inflamed Wood, It's a Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toon, Laura Story, Matthew Kadish, Mr. Peabody, Outpost Dyer, Perpetual Punster, The DJ D Show, Those Two Ball Guys, PJ, Tina B, 467, and of course, Mr. Peabody's Evil Twin. Thank you all so much for being Patreon members. I appreciate it. Elric Huga, the Game Awards is going a similar way. The furry guy who won Gamer of the Year, the only thing he cared about was the way he got furry. Oh my god, no, Elric, you're so right. So if you didn't know this, and you can see the video for yourself, someone who is a furry who like dresses up in this outfit, who apparently is a gamer, went on for a very long time, but the main thing he wanted to get across to everyone in the audience was that, by the way, I'm extremely gay. And I was like, okay, you don't have to tell us that. That's not, like, I'm sorry, like, if you think that's the defining part of who you are, you don't understand humanity, because that's just a piece of who you are. But anyway, he also at one point says at the very end, saying, it's like, I'm a furry, and I'm gay, and I'm pretty much anything that Republicans don't like. And it's like, it's the Game Awards. and you just brought politics into it. Shut up. Yeah, it's oh man, he's stupid. He is stupid. Hyper says, wondering if this has been asked to you, do you think a movie can also be amazing based on if it's quotable? I think great dialogue is also what makes a movie memorable and great. Well, obviously, because that stems from a great screenplay. Great screenplays tend to have great quotes, and I would definitely think that is for sure a valid thing to look into. Absolutely. Tina says, what? Raffle confused me. I picked a bad day to quit sniffing glue. I hope you know what movie it's from. Airplane. Airplane's a movie that I have not really seen. Alex Martinez says, hey, how's it going? What's going on, bro? How's it going? Alexander says, Antifa speech programming. No insert name here. No KKK. No fascist USA. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they assume that anyone that doesn't agree with them is a fascist, is a member of the KKK, when we all know that that's just complete crap. Because they're full of it themselves. Peepeye says, Odin, I'm Australian and bite my fingernails. Do I get a new gender? Yes. So you would be the gender known as... And don't ask me how to spell it. But is basically where you identify as someone who is a male, cisgender, but you also identify as someone who bites your nails. And so therefore that adds a component to it, which is why you're and not... just male, cis, Z, or and that's the reason why. That is where we're going, folks. If you don't think that's the direction that we're going with all this gender nonsense, you don't know what's going on. Anyway, Jedi Rider Gaming says that furry dude made a fool out of himself. Yeah, and also probably set the LGBTQ community back like 10 years from his stupidity, I would say. Oh, man. Guys, no, seriously, look up how many genders there are. It's growing every single day, and some of the names are just downright stupid. It's all made up. Again, facts and feelings. Facts are over here. That is a list made up of feelings. Like, I feel like a tree. Okay, well, we'll just describe you in this way. Laura, I don't know what that was. You just retracted it, but I was like, what did she just post? I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. Let's see. Eriak Draken, welcome to the channel. Have you heard Tom McDonald politically incorrect? I don't think so. I've heard of politically incorrect like in a show before. I don't know if I've heard of it as from Tom McDonald, though. I'll have to look into that. Alexander says, I am a translucent optic gender. Peabody says, thank you. I feel like I have a real identity now. Oh, you should, Peabody, because hoop is a very important gender, and if you don't understand hoop, then you are a hateful person. Trevor Toon says, have you ever seen that Monty Python sketch where they do a documentary about people who dress up as mice and go to cheese nibbling parties? Well, it's here, and they are called furry. I've never seen that, but once again, something that could not be made today because it would be seen as attacking on someone's identity. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Yeah, it's crazy. Herbicus McDerbyton, Darwin always wins, but the way the people act now, I wish he'd pick up the pace. I would agree with that statement. You know what we really need to do is we need to get control of these federal student loans and basically make the point saying if your goal is to go and if your goal is to use federal money to study gender studies, waste taxpayer dollars, waste your time, and also waste the time and space that it takes to, you know, have a class in a building and the electricity that it costs, just for you to come out of that demanding money, demanding your loans be forgiven because you made a stupid decision. I think that we need to start saying, you know what, you can have federal loans, but only if you're pursuing a real degree in a real occupation and not this gender theory, gender studies nonsense. Like, let's just be honest for a second. Again, I'm sorry, but facts don't care about your feelings. Are you caught up? I think I'm slightly caught up, possibly. I don't know. Dollhazard says, and this is why I'm glad I don't watch award shows. This stuff keeps me off Twitter and such. Yes, but Twitter also has some amazing people on it that are slapping this nonsense down. It's a Trap says, greetings, my lord. What's up? It's a Trap Productions. Welcome back to the channel. Great to have you here. Elda Hugo. If I had $1 for every gender, I would have $2 and Monopoly money for every edition. Yes! Facts right there. Guys, there are only 2 genders. You want to know why? Because gender is based on sex, and it was for a very long time until someone who wanted to change things decided to start using them as separate things. See, gender roles are fluid. Gender roles can change over time. Gender roles can be, you can be a male and stay at home as a parent. You can be a male and be feminine. You can be a female and be masculine. You can be a female and work in a typical male profession. Those types of roles can change. Those type of roles are fluid. But someone took that concept and said, but no, it's not that. Your gender changes. No, it doesn't. It just means you're a masculine male, a feminine male, a masculine female, etc. And that is just a part of who you are. And again, it's about the gender process. It's a process. I love saying that now. It's about the gender roles being adaptable, not gender. Because you're either born a male or female, or in rare cases, you're born in with a variety of, and they're called conditions because they're that rare and they are not normal. And obviously those need to be taken care of on a case-by-case basis. But the vast majority of these people out there today are all about, well, I'm actually biologically a male, but I feel like I'm a female, so I'm going to call myself a female. It doesn't work that way. You can have surgeries all you want, but guess what? It's not going to change how you were made. Woo! Boy. Oh, boy. We got a fun time going here. Anyway. Oh, I fell behind there. I fell behind there. Mr. P.Y. says, I don't feel like I had been represented in the movies. That's discrimination. I feel like a minority. Tina says, proper Jeremy, he didn't say your name. Voorhees 67? I said Voorhees 67. Those are the only names that I said. I didn't leave any of the names off the ones that are currently up there. So I don't know. Eric Coleman says, oh, sorry. Laura says, so what is your preferred costume? Hashtag fur forever. I identify as a Wookiee. So, yeah. Question answered. Eric Coleman says, I bite my nails, so I'm now a part of the LGBTQ ABC. Damn, I have to call me mother. Hope my wife doesn't leave me. Oh, that's great. JKD says, Merry Christmas Eve, 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 Eve. Well, to you as well, JKD Buck. Thank you. I appreciate it. Angel Butler, it's been so long. How's it going, Angel Butler? Merry Christmas. Good to see you all. Merry Christmas to you as well. That's right. We're not afraid to say that on this channel because the only holiday, the only major holiday going on in this part of time, guess what? Guess what it is? Christmas. What about Hanukkah? Actually, Hanukkah's not a major. I mean, it's a Jewish holiday. Like, Jewish people identify it and celebrate it. But it's not a major Jewish holiday. You want to know how I know that? From an Orthodox Jew named Ben Shapiro. So take it up with him if you don't agree. Laura says, Proper Jeremy isn't a patron anymore because he needs money for next year's fun for a con. Oh, man. The truth comes out, Laura. You've exposed him. Hashtag exposed. Alexander says, Twitter will have these anti-SJW people until they get banned for misgendering and feeling sorry. No, there was a teacher, actually, that just got fired for not properly addressing someone by their preferred pronoun. If you don't think that's eventually going to creep its way into Catholic schools, you're an idiot. Because let's just be perfectly honest here. Let's be perfectly honest here. The goal is to eventually have all this speech labeled as hate speech and to have hate speech banned. And so if you start to say that saying that there are two genders is hate speech and that hate speech is banned or criminalized, guess what? That means if you're a certain religion and you believe certain things, guess what? You're hateful. You're a hate group now, and now the government can come in and deal with you. That is the direction that we're going, and if you don't think that's the direction that we're going, I can't help you. So anyway, Jeffrey Toon, thank you for the $6.25 donation. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, Jeffrey Toon. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it. I am falling behind, guys, and I'm sorry. JKD Buck says, something tells me a bunch of whacked out sociology students made up the 63 genders garbage. Oh, it's totally made up. It is totally made up. It's garbage. Alex Martinez says, do you think the Captain Whammon Marvel is going to bomb? It's hard to say. At this point, yes. Based on the trailers that have come out, absolutely. However, a lot can happen between now and March. And I cannot deny that the excitement over Infinity War 2, or Endgame as we now know it as, will not carry over to help that film somewhat. So it's hard for me to really say at this point. Hyper says, just want to share my other idea of original movie based on someone who wants to spend his entire life on the film industry watching each and every film before he or she dies. Man, you know what? That's actually something that I've always wanted to do, because you know how at the very end of movies it always has like a number, an identifying number? I always wanted to know, like, is there like some kind of board that you can find all the official movies that have been released in theaters? And is there a way that I could possibly like put a list together? So obviously that's unrealistic, because even if you were to watch one movie every single day or two movies every single day, you wouldn't even scratch the surface of all the movies that have been made in history. So it's just unrealistic. But that's why I'd rather see movies that are memorable, movies that are genuinely and universally loved by a variety of different people from various backgrounds than anything else. So yeah, I think that's a good idea for a movie. Elric Huga says, the way you say rolls makes me want a cinnamon roll. Well, hope you're not too hungry. Edge Trap says, careful, my lord. That kind of talk is about male, and who is female will get you kicked off the tweeter. Yeah, they can kick me off Twitter. I mean, it's just Twitter, guys. At the end of the day, it's just Twitter. Yes, that is my dog. Yeah, that's Willow just staring into the camera like, hi, my name is Willow. I sound like an SJW, but I am not. I am a strong, independent female, but I also understand my role in the world as a puppy. Let's see. Breathe and breathe. Couldn't breathe during that segment. Hybrid says, I know that sounds like a weird idea for a movie, but I would like to see a movie like that being made. I agree. I think that'd be good. Peabody says, Wookiee onesie with beard ornaments all over your hair. Don't forget the star. Yes, I need a star now. You're so right about that. Herpicus, McDerbyton, it may be happening, but I don't have to deliver thousands of packages for Hanukkah. No, yeah, I mean, exactly right. I mean, the main reason why presents have become a big part of Hanukkah is because of Christmas. I mean, let's just be honest here. But seriously, I think Hanukkah might be over now. But if it is past, I hope anyone who's Jewish had a wonderful and blessed Hanukkah. And if it's still going on, happy Hanukkah. I have no problem saying that during Hanukkah. Peabody says, Proper Jeremy has to pay for counseling for his alcoholic computer. Nice. Matthew Godhead says, Christians may be owed. Some other religions are protected as minority groups under the SJW banner. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Like, I mean, but think about it. Any other major holiday that's going on right now? Major holiday? No. Especially when you have 90%, last time I heard, 90% of Americans celebrate Christmas. So what you're trying to say is that we need to say happy holidays for the few small people, the 10% of people that don't celebrate Christmas, and Christmas is a federal holiday? Yeah, shut up. And let's, if you want to go even further than that, what is a holiday? That's right, a holy day. So if you want to have happy holidays, well, then you need to face the reality that you're saying happy holy days. Which, guess what that refers to? Christianity. Oh, man, that's fun. Oh, man, that was great. That was great. All right, let's see. Aaron C. needs some Chuck Wendig glasses to wear when doing the soy voice. No, please, no. Tina, it ended Sunday. Okay, well, thank you very much for that, Tina. So for anyone that is Jewish, I hope you had a blessed Hanukkah. And I'm caught up. Outpost Dyer is here. Of course. Outpost Dyer. Of course. So let me see. Go ahead and reboot this real quick. By reboot, I mean refresh. So another huge shout out to my patrons. A Great Jedi, Adam Shawhan, Dave Bob, Delete System 32, Donald Hudson, Edward Coleman, Enrique Evangelista, Frank the Tank and the Shawhan Weird Dog Clan, Greta Zenner, Harold Francis, Inflamed Wood, Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toon, Laura Story, Matthew Kadish, Mr. Peabody and his evil twin, Outpost Dyer, Perpetual Punster, PJ, The DJD Show, Those Two Ball Guys, Tina B, and Voorhees67. You are all amazing and beautiful people. Thank you for being patrons. Eric Huyuga, Johnny 5 is alive. Oh my god, Johnny 5, dude, it's been so long. I love when names that haven't been in the chat for a long time finally show up. Dude, welcome back. I know that I haven't been streaming as much as I have in the past, which is probably why a lot of people have been missing me. But, oh, man, great to have you back, Johnny 5. Johnny 5 is alive. Elric says, if you remember, Disney had made a Hanukkah special episode on Even Stevens, and it was a fun episode. Yes, in fact, they were the Disney Channel YouTube channel was showing a bunch of holiday-themed episodes, and one of them was that. One of them was also the Proud Family's Kwanzaa, which kind of bothered me because it it tries to justify a holiday that was made up by people who were like communists. Anyway, it's not a part of my tradition, so I really can't downplay too much, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's based off of. Dave Bob says, just celebrate your birthday. No one can fault you for that. That's so true. But you know what? Birthday implies that you were born, and there are some people that aren't born the way that everyone else is. So I think birthday is actually hateful. I don't think we should be tying down anybody by one day of the year. That's the next argument. Just you wait. Just you wait. Herpicus says, we can always celebrate winter in the traditional Viking way by pillaging the nearest town. Yes. Yes, Herpicus, we can. Laura says, I work for an internet service provider, and our internet at work sucks. How does that work, Laura? That's a walking contradiction. You would think that they would offer like the best service for the people that work for them, so that way they could say, hey, guess what, guys? Get this service because it's great. But it's really not that surprising. Knowing what I know about internet service providers, it's not that surprising. Ooh, Donald Hudson says, it burns! The holy talk burns my sinful ears. Well, I'm sorry, Donald. I don't care about your feelings today. Beebi says, if I was prescribed Chuck Wendig glasses, I would ask for a second opinion. Nice. Yes, Pagan God X, I totally understand that. He quit Patreon today because Sargon and a bunch of others were just thrown off and, forced out of Patreon because of political reasons. Jason Clark, what's up, dude? And us patrons, thank you, sir, for doing what you do. Well, thank you, Jason Clark. I really appreciate that. Alton Foster, welcome back to the channel. Richard Trapp says, love to be a patron of yours, my lord. You make great content, and I love your talk about box office numbers. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much so. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Outpost Dire, did you get my email, Odin? I think I did. I have not had time to respond to it, but I will. Don't worry. Trevor Toon says, have you that they've remade? Have you heard that they remade Watership Down to be shown on television in the UK? It's been watered down compared to the excellent 1978 movie. Not everybody is happy about this. I've never seen Watership Down, but as I know about any movie from the 70s, 60s, earlier being remade, oftentimes it's going to be a bad idea. Hybrid says, after Thanos is snapping, there's a new holiday, the Decimation event. Yes, Hybrid. It is a holy day indeed. Tina says, yeah, Kwanzaa was supposedly created by a black nationalist while he was in prison. I don't celebrate it. Please don't ever wish me happy Kwanzaa or I'll just stare at you. Don't you love how there's people out there who think they're so woke that every time that they see someone who's a different race and they think that they might celebrate Kwanzaa, like, happy Kwanzaa, it's like, I want you to understand that a very small minority of black people actually celebrate Kwanzaa because of that reason. So don't worry. You're not going to hear that from me, Tina. Delisa32 says, do you want to hear what the Democrats in New York are up to this time? Good God. Oh, they're going after soft drinks again? Laura says, the Cobblers kids are freaking barefoot. Alta Foster, what do you teach, Odin? Theology, actually. I teach theology. If you couldn't tell. In disguise. Meep, meep, cough, cough. Mr. PY says, I was born on January 13th. No doctor, no midwife, and my father tried to hold me in. Please don't remind me. Oh, that's great. Angel Butler, hey, Odin, are you going to wear the pink Buddy Christmas Story outfit? I don't have one, so no, but I will totally wear a my onesie. Sorry, my dog is doing something. I need to make sure she's not tearing anything apart. But I will totally wear my Wookiee onesie, and I'll wear my beardaments that Laura sent me. So if you want to see those before Christmas, when I put on the onesie and everything else, then just watch our movie streams. And I'll be wearing them during our movie streams during the month of December. So, dude, politics everywhere. Politics everywhere is like so messed up. Like, United States is messed up, UK, Canada, anywhere. Is there any place where politics isn't totally screwed up? I don't even know. Vatican City has its problems. Like, I mean, I honestly cannot think of a single place where the politics aren't messed up. Hybrid says, a lot of people were pointing out a Gladiator reference when Thanos is gracefully waving his hands through the garden. Please let him die emotionally like Maximus. He did nothing. Hashtag he did nothing wrong. Yeah, I don't think that they're going to kill Thanos off. If they do, I think that's going to be a really bad decision on their part because Thanos is probably one of the best villains that they've ever had. And I don't think 2 movies is quite enough to really flesh out his character. Obviously, I think they're going to defeat Thanos, but defeat doesn't have to result in being killed. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with that. 14 Biz, great Odin greeting from Hades because it's summer here and it's hot. Well, 14 Biz, welcome to the channel. Great to see you here. Elda Kuga. Odin, they showed Watership Down on Cartoon Network many years ago on Easter Sunday. They saw that it had rabbits, so they thought it was child-friendly, even with a Y7 rating. Oh, my God. Oh, that's great. Daybob says, I have no sympathy for snowflakes, SJWs, or NPCs. Just saying. Hell, I hear you, man. I totally hear you there. Herpicus says, I bet a lot of our current problems would be solved by bringing, by bringing back dueling. Oh, my God. Could you imagine? I challenge you to a duel. No, that's okay. My hands are too small. I cannot hold the blade. I say that and make fun of his hands because I have Trump hands. I have Trump-sized hands. I go after everybody, folks. You think you know me, but you don't. Peabody says, I did a new vid. It all starts with the small stuff. We are all screwed. Yep, we are all screwed. That is very, very true. Alexander says, why do the Democrat political officials I know about me seem like lunatics even though I'm not conservative? I think it's because they're both sides have crazies, but I feel like the craziest of crazies tend to be on the left these days. That's just me, though. Delete System says, they are trying to get a bill passed which would require owners of firearms to carry $1 million in liability insurance. It would be $12.50 a year. Wow. Good luck with that, New York. If you want a riot on your hands, go ahead and pass that. Hybrid says, as long as he doesn't die like Voldemort, I'm fine. Oh, God. But I want to see, but you know what? Speaking of Voldemort, you know what I want to see from Thanos? I want to see Thanos give an awkward hug to Iron Man. That's what I want to see. I think that would be perfect. Herpicus says, pistols at dawn. Yes. P.O. says, Watership Down is great. I first saw it when I was 8 on HBO. Nice. Well, if it's playing on HBO, probably should be playing on Cartoon Network. Jefferson says, my personal theory is people in power think social media represents everybody. They are, of course, wrong. Yeah, and I would also explain Donald Trump, who thinks that everything he says is right and loved, when the reality is that, no, that's actually not the case at all. Or when any other liberal NPC puts something on Twitter and gets 1,000 retweets and likes, it's like, oh, I'm right, I'm doing something. No, you're also stupid. You're also an idiot. Greta Zenner's here. What's up, Greta? How's it going? Hope work was fine. Laura says, now that I'm outside our office, internet isn't skipping anymore. Nice Trump, by the way. Well, thank you very much. I try my very best that I possibly can. I have some of the smallest hands in the world. Not Trump, but me, Odin. But that's totally fine because I am going to build a big, beautiful wall. Get out of the trash. Please, no. This is what I'm dealing with here. This nonsense. That's why I need to build a giant wall around my trash can. Boom. There it goes. Leave it alone, baby girl. Thank you. No, all right, anyway. Proper Jeremy says, so what did Odin say about my patron status? I was AFK. That was the names I read off were the only names that I had. So unless you changed something, I don't know. Donald Hudson says, some states still technically haven't outlawed honor tools. Really? Oh, that's great. But Proper, it may be, I know that a couple people said that they had to take back their patron support for a bit. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. I don't remember if that was you or not, but that might be it. I don't know. Johnny 5 says, Watership Down made my mother cry when she was a kid. Ooh, interesting. Mirror Jeremy says, according to Brie Larson, Captain Marvel can lift Thor's hammer. Yeah, that's right. That's what happens when you don't pay attention and you knock my things down, River. This is what happens when River doesn't have anything to do. She causes chaos. You know what that means? Yep, that means you're on the stream. That means you're on the stream now, baby. Hi. Yeah. Let's read some comments. Mirror Jeremy says, according to Brie Larson, Captain Marvel can lift Thor's hammer. That's crap. Because only those worthy can lift the hammer. She is not worthy. She is part Kree. Peabody says, oh, and you think you need to explain. You are out in the darkness when you go live. The chat is all you have to communicate, and you relate to everyone. Read off their comments. You are great. Well, thank you. Well, thank you, Peabody. I appreciate that. I'm doing the very best that I can. Puppy's in the room. Let's see. Ivan says, that would be amazing. It's something we've barely seen for a villain's connection with the heroes. Freaking awesome. Can be the best since Luke and Vader in Return of the Jedi. No, I agree. I think that's because he goes that way in the comics sometimes, from what I've been told from my comic book friends. Comic book fan friends. Say hi. Hey guys, this is River. I'm really nervous to be on screen. I'm more comfortable on the ground, and I'm pretty high up. I'm trying to cause some chaos so that way my dad will show me attention and love. But yeah, that's what I have to say. That's my story. Dad, can you put me down now, please? I would really appreciate if you put me down. Okay. Stop causing chaos, please. Thank you. Alright. And she's causing chaos. Proper Jeremy says, I will try and fix this immediately. This is outrageous! Star Wars for Life. What's up for life? Enjoy your box office breakdown every Sunday. Well, thank you, Star Wars for Life. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it very much so. Hybrid says, I bet Thor would feel embarrassed in contrast if he knew that a mortal man like Aragorn succeeded winning, while instead he himself failed against Thanos for going for the head. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Eric Coleman says, where's Brie Larson sticking Odin's hammer? Hopefully where the sun don't shine. That would that would be where I would put it. Antonio, what's up, man? 10 movie vlogs. Yeah, I was so the choir today at school did a 12 days of Christmas, and it was a school themed 12 days of Christmas. So they asked me if I would be representative of the 10, and so it was 10 movie vlogs. And so when they said that, I stood up, put my hat on, and waved, and it got a pretty nice pop. Using some wrestling terms here. It was a good time, though, and they were great. They did a great job. Everyone today at the concert did great. The band sounded fantastic. Choir sounded fantastic. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun indeed. Yes. Yes. Post-haste. Yeah, the puppies are pretty cute. The puppies are indeed pretty cute. If I could say so myself. If I could say so myself. Daybob, Captain Marvel's very vain. She says she is a Kree hero. Heroes never refer to themselves as hero. That is, ooh, you know what, Daybob? That's a good point. I don't think I've paid attention enough to the trailer to pick that up, but that's a very good point. Yeah, real heroes don't recognize themselves as heroes, which means she's a stuck-up wannabe who's going to be OP because Disney makes her OP. Oh, it's so true. What the heck is a Kree? I decree that she will be gone. Thought! Man, I wish you had that power set. So, if you've seen the first Guardians of the Galaxy, the Kree is what Ronan the Accuser is. So, he's what a Kree is. So, she's like a Kree human hybrid of sorts. And that's her story. Hey, Steph! How's it going? Hybrid says, trust me, I know this is very hard to answer, but who is your favorite villain of all time? There's a lot of good ones. Mine would personally be Heath Ledger's Joker. If you mean in the movies, then yeah, you stole my answer because Heath Ledger's Joker is phenomenal, is absolutely amazing. But I actually, to be honest, I think currently, especially, Thanos is easily the best superhero villain in a very, very long time because he's one, menacing and terrifying, two, he has a mission that you can understand where he's coming from. You don't agree with it, but you can at least understand his mindset. And three, he actually succeeds. Like, he's not that idiot that reveals his plan and then it gets thwarted. He actually succeeds in his plan. Now, of course, we know that some things are going to be reversed in the movie to come, but we don't know how that's going to happen yet. So, as long as they're able to kind of be able to sustain him as being a, sustain him as being a really powerful OP villain, I'd be good with that. Johnny Vibe says, you seen the new Brightburn trailer? No, I don't even know what Brightburn is. Star Wars for Life says, do you think Bumblebee is going to be a good movie? I think it's going to be a great movie. I think it's going to be great. And I'm surprised I'm saying that because I hated the Transformers movies, the live action movie. I thought they were terrible. I thought they were god awful. And I loved Bumblebee trailer. I thought it was great. I'm excited for it. I cannot wait to see it, to be perfectly honest. I think they've got the right cast for it. I think they've got, since it's not going to be Michael Bay, I think they've got a better director for it. And I think it could be good. I think it definitely could be good. Let's see. There's two ball guys. What's up? Stephanie B says, "Oh, I see. Who was tapping that?" I don't think it happened in that way. I think it was like I think it was some kind of experiment, actually, to be perfectly honest. Herbicus says, "I'm biased towards Emperor Palpatine as the best villain. Thanos isn't a villain because he didn't do anything wrong." That's a great justification. I will say that much. That's a great justification. Tom Hiddleston's Loki's very good too. But yeah, Emperor Palpatine's great too. Do it. I especially love prequel Palpatine. Do it. No, you shall die. Those two ball guys doing well. A bit tired, but chilling. Listening to Odin Agents season 5 was great. I thought episode, especially the first half with the Kree. Okay, interesting. Hail Hydra. Hybrid says, "I think Thanos meeting the Joker would be interesting. Both have very scary vibe and intense intellectual minds." Yeah, that's very true. I think that would be fascinating. I think that'd be fascinating to see. Ultra Trap says, "My lord, Palpatine will always be my favorite villain of all time. He's so good. Snoke tried to copy his style and died like a punk." Yep. Even though they might bring him back at this point because, you know, that's just what they do now. But we shall indeed see. Hold on one second. Just got to take care of that really quick. All right. Let's see. Where was I? Johnny 5 says, "Brightburn is a James Gunn movie which parodies The Man of Steel as a horror movie. Also, Tony, there's no other way." Yeah, it's true. No, it's very, very true. Again, that's why it's called Endgame, and again, that's a part of what Doctor Strange said in that part of the film. And I think it's a perfect title for the movie, without any doubt in my mind. Okay, yeah, now I know what you're talking about. The James Gunn movie. You know, I don't know. Who knows? I'm kind of, you know, passed on James Gunn, but at the end of the day, I can separate the art from the artist, so I might see it if it gets good reviews from audiences. Alexander says, "Snoke was generic trash from the start." Well, I think he had potential, especially since you had Andy Serkis doing his voice in the motion capture for it, because Andy Serkis is great. Andy Serkis can bring life to any character. Even a character that doesn't have good writing, Andy Serkis can bring life to it. With that being said, though, Andy Serkis can't do everything. And so I think that the potential that he had only because of Andy Serkis and his performance was done away with when they just destroyed the character. So that's where I stand on that. Jeffrey Toon says, "Casting Ed Sheeran as a First Order Stormtrooper isn't going to bring in punters." Nope. You're right. Yep. In fact, it's probably going to bring more people to do "Oh, really? This is silly." Just like when they brought him in to be in Game of Thrones, people were like, "What? Oh, this is stupid. Why is he here?" Hybrid says, "Can we agree Thor, Rocket, and Groot are the best recent trios since Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli too?" I would agree with that. I love that combination. Thor, Groot, and Rocket are awesome. Thor, after Ragnarok, Thor was already a favorite character, obviously, but he became even more so after Ragnarok. I know there's some people that still hate that movie. I love it. I think it's one of the best Marvel films that's ever come out. It's so damn funny. It's so well done. Taika Waititi is such a great comedic director, and I think he does a great job with it. That's where I stand on that, though. I think that definitely is a good one. Yeah, they're playing, but they're making noise. They're driving me crazy. I hope that they get sleepy and fall asleep soon because, yeah, they drive me crazy. They drive me crazy. Also, Heimdall posted a link, guys. If you want to buy a shirt, if you want to rep Odin's Movie Blog, if you want to get some merch, guys, click on that link. Buy a shirt. It's $13 for the cheapest one, $16 for one that's actually really nice quality, very, very, very soft. I'm not wearing it right now, but Steph has one, Peabody has one, a few other people have it as well, and it's very, very comfy. So I highly recommend it, guys. If I only had money. Hey, I feel the same way sometimes. I look at my college loan debt and I'm like, I'm chipping away at it, but man, it'd be nice to win the lottery at some point. Somebody says, you said, no, I said Taika Waititi. It's a name. Get out of here with that nonsense, Steph. Herbigus, any thoughts on God of War? I'm enjoying it. I've heard awesome things about it. I'm not a big gamer, but I heard it's awesome. So that's where I would stay with that. People said you need to buy it because you can play as Odin. It's like, oh, well, if I had the ability to play it or if I had the time to play it, because that's the thing, I don't really have a lot of time. Like, I have enough time to play games that I can bring with me. So that's why I have my Nintendo DS. I play that every night before going to bed. I have time to play that. But to sit down and play things like Fortnite, that's what I have time for to do every now and then. Eventually, if I'm able to play Super Smash Brothers, like that would be a game I would love to do streaming, because that's one that I could actually play with other people on stream. Like I like doing that. I like doing games that I can play with other people. And I'm sure God of War you can do that with, but you know, it's just, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Mr. Peabody says, yes, buy a shirt. It's a great shirt. Well, thank you, Peabody. I appreciate it. Hybrid says, I feel like the comedy in Ragnarok was so well handled, not just because of dialogue between the actions. Like, for example, when Thor throws the ball at the wall, hitting back. Yes. Oh, my God. Like, seriously. Like, it wasn't just lines. You're right. It was also situational humor. And, what's it called? Body humor? I don't think it's called. No, it's not body humor. I don't know what it's called. But, anyway, physical humor. Like, a lot of physical humor in it as well. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing grace. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Well, Proper Jeremy, if you're going under a certain name, I said that name. You may not have heard it, because I said every name that was listed. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have a name change and you just haven't heard it. That's what I think's happening, because I'm definitely saying the name. Hallmark Jeremy, yes. Odin, Moch, Odin, merch. Or no, next meme. No, is it next meme? I don't know what it is. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Ah, stop biting my chair. Alexander says, with how much significance... Ooh. Never mind. Tina says, Odin said, girl who screws the fish in his video. Naughty Odin. Well, yeah, how else am I going to describe that movie? It's a girl that screws the fish. I could say it in another way, but it would be inappropriate. It would not be proper Jeremy, as he could definitely support. Daybob, Odin dies well in Fortnite. I die extremely well in Fortnite. That's why I think I would actually be pretty good at, I say this, and I'll probably be terrible, but I used to actually play War Thunder. What are you doing? Get out of here. I didn't open you up. But I'm very good at Nintendo games, or at least I think I'm good at Nintendo games. Lordy. Eric Coleman says, God of War is the best game I've ever played. Really? Okay. Well, I might have to look into that then. We'll see. Harper says, Infinity War was the most bleak event ever. Super Smash Brothers trailer. Hold my beer. Yeah. Don has a slapstick humor. Yeah, I think that slapstick works. Yeah, slapstick. I would agree with that. Mira says, do you like fish sticks? No. I'm straight. And I'm not a fish. I'm not a gay fish. Hyman says, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I feel meh after seeing the Lion King live action trailer. I already love the classic. No, I feel the exact same way. I hated the trailer. There are some people who say they love it. I hated it because they need to stop. Disney, you need to stop. Stop remaking all your movies. That was for you, Steph. No, but seriously, they need to stop. Stop remaking every single damn movie. It's going to be awful. It's going to be terrible. Guess what? It's also unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Alexander says, Odin's dog identifies as lovable cupcakes entitled to his trash. Steph says, night has moved to Friday. Steph, it might be Sunday now. So I know that we just figured it out, but today I found out something that might cause me to not be available Friday. So we'll talk about that. We'll work it out. What's on Netflix streaming? What's on Netflix? Meme review. Is it Meme review? That's what it is. Meme review. Buy my merch. Odin's merch. There we go. Let's see. Super Anime Gamer. Hello. What's going on, bruv? How's it going? How is it going? Yeah, seriously, no original ideas left. Tina says, it just cracked me up when you said it. I guess you could have said, girl who has an involved relationship with another species. Nah, you're right. Girl who screws fish works. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much encapsulates the entire film. Peabody says, I do have to say, sorry to Proper Jeremy. To me, proper should be spelt proper because of how I was taught. I was wrong. Aw. Harvard says, Disney, when I'm done with the remakes, half of our classics will still exist. Oh, my God, you're so right. No problem, Steph. Daybob says, can't make his mind up. He's going on. Can't make his mind up. He has too much going on. No, my mind is all over the place right now. Buying one now if you will stop clapping. Sorry, Alton. Yes, I will stop clapping. Silent claps. Silent claps. Tina says, I was telling those two ball guys, why did I say it that way? Those two ball guys, that I used to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Hulu. They dealt with the Kree on that. No, yeah, and someone else just mentioned that as well, saying that it was a very good episode to look into. It was those two ball guys that said that. Never Tune says, remaking your own movie is just sad. It's evidence of the lack of creativity. No, you're absolutely right. And I hated the remake of Beauty and the Beast. I thought it was awful. I thought it was absolutely awful. And I know people that liked it. I hated it. The CGI was crap. The movie was crap. The identity politics they decided to throw into the movie was total crap. And it's really sad because it was a classic movie and I love it. I think it's a great classic movie. I was the Beast in a stage production. I love that show. I understand the Beast's character more than maybe other regular people would. I'm not trying to put myself high and mighty, but I mean, I played the character, so I do, you know, I've had to get into that mindset before, and I just did not feel that when I watched the movie. I was like, no, this is not the Beast. This is just not. This is a, you know, a cuck version of it. Hybrid says, have you seen Zodiac? Can't believe Iron Man, Hulk, and Mysterio were in a David Fincher film. That's a good point. I've never seen Zodiac. I have it. I've always wanted to see it. It's on my to-do list. Hookjul, what's up, man? So Into the Spider-Verse is this week. I'm not too excited, but what about you? I'm like mixed on it because it could be great. Lethal Lightning has like praised it as a very good film, so I do trust him on certain things. So I definitely am interested in seeing it. But at the same time, the animation looks garbage and just looks so annoying. It's going to give me a headache. And also, I just don't know how to feel about the overall story itself. I know it's based off of previous established characters, but especially that they've already admitted that after this, they want to do an all-female Spider-Verse film. It's like, just make a good story. Like, just stop having everything be about race and gender already. Frank, so tired of remakes. Yep, me too. Me too. Proper Jeremy says, did you land the role of the Beast because of your beard? Actually, funny story. I had a beard at the time when I got cast, and they made me shave it because the Prince doesn't have a beard. So I ended up having to get like a fake beard, and I was so upset. I was like, are you kidding me? I look like the Beast. But it made sense because obviously I was playing the Prince too, and so I needed to be clean shaven for that. I understand that much of it. It shows it's better at showing the transformation than if I had a beard. But at the same, I think it could work. I think it could have worked either way. The director wanted it though, and so I was like, you know what, I'm okay. I can, you know, Zodiac next movie night, maybe. We'll see. Super says, agree with you on Disney. I'd be more accepting if they were making something like Maleficent, because that offered a new perspective. But this is just a straight up copy for profit. Yep, you were absolutely right about that. Tina says, have you ever seen The Beauty and the Beast by Jean Cocteau, made in France after World War II? Disney borrowed a few aspects of that. French movie is superior. I've actually never seen the French film. Never. Harvey says, there's going to be a new Clint Eastwood movie, right? Any details regarding if it's going to be good so far? It's called The Mule, and the trailer looks great. If you haven't seen the trailer, I recommend it. It's a very, very powerful trailer, and I'm hoping this might be his last movie. I don't know if he's gone on record saying that, but the trailer definitely indicates that it very well might be the last ride that he goes on, and I hope that means he's going to come out with a strong one, because you know Clint Eastwood, sometimes he's had excellent films, and then he makes films that are not really that good. So I'm hoping that he is able to rock this one and knock it out of the park, because I would love to see him end on a high note. It's a Trap says, what? Shave your beard? I call hacks, me lord. Yeah, I know, right? I know. They made me shave the beard, but it was a role that I really wanted, so I was like, you know what? That's fine. Like, it'll grow back. And sure enough, in about a month, it was back to a normal beard, and I've been growing them out for a while now. Hey, this is why we can't have nice things. You broken my pen. It doesn't work. This is a nice pen too. It still has ink in it. You ruined it. I yelled at her, and she just looked at me like, but Dad, that was my pen. Not even phased. You are ridiculous. Leave my stuff alone. You had a bone. You have this. That's right. I put it on your nose. I put it on your nose. Play with that. Oh, man. Look at it. Look at it. It's destroyed. It can't click anymore. Unsalvageable. Jefferson says, I'm a little extremely overweight, and I have A lot of white in my beard. At this time of the year, it's very bushy. Small children look at me with fear. I think they believe I'm Santa. Oh, nice. It's a trap. You're just lucky that you don't have a chewed pen, because then you can't use it. I can't use that pen ever again because of you. She's still looking at me like, Dad, that was my pen. Give it back. No, Dad. No. Dad, you're picking me up again. No. So what happens? This is what happens when you misbehave. You get to be on camera because you hate it. Yeah, Matthew, that's what I was talking about. Like 15-17 to Paris, I heard was not good. And one of the main reasons is because you had non-actors playing themselves. Like they were playing themselves. The actual heroes of the event did it. And I think that took away a lot from the story. Because it's a very powerful story and a very great story of heroism. But yeah, you can do that with untrained actors, but it doesn't always work out. Orbitron, welcome back. It's been a while. It looks like someone's online on Fortnite. I'm actually not online on Fortnite. I might be online on Epic, but I'm not online on Fortnite. Super says, question for you. There are about 3 weeks left in the year, and still like 15 movies come out. Which movies do you think will come on top and make bank? Well, if you saw my recent video, I admitted that I think that Aquaman will actually be the first film to break $1 billion for DC. And the reason why is because it's doing very, very well in China at this point. And so because of that, I think that's going to be the movie of the holidays that makes the most money. Spider-Verse, I think, will also make a lot of money because it is animated. And I think that's going to get a lot of attention because of that. And it's also Spider-Man as well. Hallmark Jeremy. Odin merch. Odin merch. Hybrid says, just want to be honest and share my thoughts. King of Monsters' new trailer was great. However, I'm kind of miss Godzilla being this heavy creature when in the trailer it makes him look light. Yeah, I agree. My problem with the new trailer is that they show too much. They show way too much of the monsters. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more surprise there. So I'm very, very upset by that. The first trailer is better than the second trailer. I still like the second trailer, and I was loving everything that I was seeing, but the whole time I'm like, I would rather have seen this for the first time in theaters. You know, that was my feeling on that. But yeah, Super, going back to your question for a second. Yeah, I think Aquaman is going to be the one that makes bank. Let's see. Orbitron, got it. Sounds good. Peabody says, so he'd be right for when he came to Odin Stream. You and Tina have always been great. No, seriously, guys, give it up for the Valkyries. Stephanie and Tina have been absolutely fantastic. This show would not work as well as it does without them. They do a lot of stuff, obviously, very upfront with you guys, but also they do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. They keep me on task. They help me stay organized, and so they're all amazing, beautiful people. So let's give it up. Let's give it up for the Valkyries. They are amazing. Frank says, we want Odin merch. We need doggy shirts. There's no way for me to do that at this point. Hybrid says, those are just my nitpicks. I agreed on the point you made about them showing too much. Yeah, exactly. That's where I stand. Mirror Jeremy says, got to go. I'm still working. Peace. Love you, bruv. Mirror Jeremy, you have a great one. And love you too, man. Robert Jeremy says, what is your favorite movie-going experience? Ooh. That's a very loaded question because there's a lot of different types of movie-going experiences. I would say, though, the first time I saw The Dark Knight was very awesome. Not just because it was a great movie, but I saw it with friends. And there's nothing better than going to see a movie with friends. Oh, she's crying. She's upset. Tina says, John Talk said he wants more monsters, less humans. Mecha paused it so he could drool over the monsters. I can't wait. No, I agree. In the movie, I do want more monsters. Yes, absolutely. I think that's what the point of the trailer that they're trying to get across. But at the same time, I also don't want it to be revealed and to be shown everything. Yes, applaud. Applaud the Valkyries, yes. Applaud them. Eric Coleman says, China likes Western movies. Star Wars says you're a hateful white liar. I know, right? Like, I love how, like, with Star Wars, they're like, oh, it's hard to break into the market when it's something that's not been already established. Okay, Aquaman wasn't already established, and yet it's doing well. Explain that. Oh, and then they come up with some other excuse. Alexander says, do you think bans from such relevant places like YouTube and Twitter should be treated like business discrimination with the punishment being behind the walls of the prison? No. I don't think anyone should be arrested for blocking someone on Twitter. But I do think that a court mandate that they are open and honest about how they treat people, that I'm okay with. If they're required to put on there that they have the right to, like, very clearly they say, we discriminate against conservative voices and we have the right to, well, then, you know what, at the end of the day, I'd say, you know what, okay, fine. I won't use your service, but at least you're being honest. But as far as throwing people in jail, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Super says, Momoa has been the greatest thing for DC. He gets you pumped without even trying. I agree. Jeffrey June, what's the next movie, by the way? So the next movie is going to be this weekend. Date is still tentative. It might be Friday or Sunday. I'll let you guys know. But it's Jingle All the Way. So if you want to join us for that, Jingle All the Way is the movie that we'll be watching. Proper Jeremy says, I'll rephrase it. Which film has the best crowd? The Room doesn't count. But The Room is the answer. The Room has the best crowd. But what do you mean? Which film? Do you mean like which franchise has the best audience? I'm still trying to get what you mean by that. Steph says, Odin's so great. Oh, well, thank you. Stephanie, you're great. Harry says, I'm kind of mad at myself for not liking Dark Knight the first time because I was young and hated tension. Then rewatching it many times, I regret, wish I had the same feelings the first night. Oh, my God. Like, the first time I saw it, I was just, like, in love with it. And it's back in the day when they had the traditional midnight showings, you know, before they started moving it up to, like, 6 and 7 p.m. So it was awesome. The theater was packed. Everyone was just eating it up. And, again, it was one of the greatest modern films ever. Alexander says, that is how you stop Alex Jones level collusion, isn't it? No. It might be how you stop it, but it doesn't make it right. Just because you can stop something doesn't make it right. That's where I stand. Alexander says, also freedom of speech isn't supposed to support drowning out other voices as Willow humps River. For anyone that actually saw that. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. They both do it. I don't understand it because they're both girls. It makes no sense to me. But I disagree with you, dude. I just disagree with you. Don says, kids are wondering what you think of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I love it. It's food. It's fun and food. That's what I think. It's a fun movie with food in it. So what's not to like? I don't think they should have made a sequel to it, but the first one's fun. That's my stance on that. And what's up, Trin and family? Jeffrey Toon says, when I went to see Last Crusade, the audience in the theater were brilliant. They laugh at everything. Nice. Harvey says, I was kind of a kid that would jump whenever they would be a loud noise. After a while, looking back, I'm happy I paid a ticket to see it. Yeah, I don't like jump scare movies. Not my big thing. It's a Trap says, I must be going, my lord. Have a good evening, and everyone take care. I'm going to be heading out soon as well. I know that the High Council's revving to start up within the next hour or so. Super Anime Gamer says, Mary Poppins Returns thoughts? I don't think they should have made a sequel. I will probably go see it. It might be good, but it's not Julie Andrews. And I think they have the best person for the job that they possibly could, but yeah. I'm kind of meh about it overall. Caitlin, the keeper of the Jeremys. Hello, I'm very late. Oops, Caitlin, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Peabody says, I'm just grateful to be a part of the Odin family. That's why I'm here and pretty sure why we're all here. Well, thank you, Peabody. I really do appreciate that. No, it really is. It's a great family experience, and I think that it's just great to be a part of it. It's so much fun to come here, a few times a week, talk to you guys and answer questions and just, shoot the crap and everything like that. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So, Peabody, thank you for being a part of this family. Proper Jeremy, I'm talking about a crowd in the theater and everyone's watching it for the first time. The Room is the answer. Seeing people watching The Room for the first time is the funniest and most awesome thing ever. And if you're talking about my favorite theater experience, again, watching The Dark Knight for the first time. I've answered your question 2 times over now. Be gone! Sorry. I don't know what came over me. Patrick McDuff, what's going on? And Flayin' Wood, aloha! What's going on, bro? Hey! What's going on, bruv? Super. Yeah, I'm with you. Looks good and casting was smart, but it seems unnecessary and disrespectful to the author considering she hated the first one. Yeah, I agree. I forgot about that. If you've never seen Saving Mr. Banks, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's a very different take on Mary Poppins because it tells you all about the woman that wrote the story that the movie's based off of and how she did not want it to be adapted and how she thought the songs did a terrible job at adapting her story. And yeah, I think it's an excellent movie. James Harrell says, Odin was overcome. Let's see. Hyper says, my brother was watching The Lord of the Rings. Was probably the best experience of his life. I was so freaking jealous to not watch all those films. My personal favorite was 2049. Well, no, like, if we're going about theater-going experience, then, like, obviously there's certain movies I can list off. But he's talking specifically about audience reaction. And so those are where I stand on the audience reaction. All right, so let me go ahead and give another last huge shout-out to my patrons before we wrap things up for the evening. So I want to give a huge shout-out to A Great Jedi, Adam Shawhan, Dave Bob, Delete System 32, Donald Hudson, Edward Coleman, Enrique Evangelista, Frank the Tank and the Shawhan Weeder Dawn Clan, Greta Zenner, Harold Francis, Inflamed Wood, It's a Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jeffrey Toone, Laura Story, Matthew Kadish, Mr. Peabody and his evil twin, Outpost Dyer, Perpetual Punster, PJ, the DJD Show, Those Two Ball Guys, Tina B, and Voorhees67. You are all amazing and beautiful people. Again, proper, I've said the same names now 3 times. If you haven't heard it, it's your own fault. Let's see. Proper Jeremy says, that's very true. That's why The Room is my favorite movie. Proper Jeremy loves it unironically. Of course, Proper Jeremy. It's such a great movie. It's so great. Tina says, I saw part of the Disney Travers movie with Emma Thompson and Tom Hanks when I was on my cruise in May. Tolkien told Travers not to sell out to Disney. Yeah. And it is a great movie. Feed your cat. He's meowing like a maniac. It's my dog. I know. She sounds silly. She sounds silly. But no, it's absolutely great. I will say the only thing that I remember, or the main thing I remember from Saving Mr. Banks, is Tom Hanks playing Walt Disney. And there's one point when he's on a ride and he goes, "Yeah!" That's all I can remember from the trailer. Delish says, this is one of the best one-man show in the history of Earth. Well, thank you, Delish. I appreciate it, man. Very much so. Super says, but of course, because Save Mr. Banks is a Disney film, it ended with the author loving it. Spoiler alert, not true, as she forbid them to make music for Poppins ever again. Legit in her will. Yep, because Disney loves to just make up total garbage. Hybrid says, in your opinion, is Legendary Entertainment a good movie company to work with? Are they different from Disney or Warner Brothers? I don't know enough about Legendary to be able to tell you one way or the other. But if it's like any other movie company, probably not. Rhaegar Targaryen is here. All right, guys, so that is going to be a wrap for me. Hope you all had fun. I had a blast. Would love to hear your goodbyes as we start to wrap things up. I'm going to try and go live tomorrow. It is Wednesday. It is my day, so I'm going to try and see if I can go live tomorrow. Of course, it really depends on the wife. Freya has a lot of control here in this household. But I will let you guys know via the Discord. So if you're not part of the Discord community, please think about joining, or also on Twitter as well, unless you're a Lore who's given up on Twitter, but that's totally fine because that's why I have the Discord. But yeah, that is where I stand on that, and I hope you are all amazing. Nickel Noodles! Nickel Noodles! Have you been here the whole time? The whole time? And you're just saying hi? What's up, bruv? I miss you, man. I miss you. You're a patron. You used to be in the chat every night. What happened? I missed you, man. Glad to see you here, man. Peabody says, can I ask you which one thing? Put Rose's arms down. She has lost circulation in her hands. Yeah, sure. There we go. There we go. Now she's just looking. Donald Hudson, you have a great night. Those two ball guys, you have a great night as well. Proper Jeremy, going off what Peabody said earlier, I really do welcome this community. I really do feel welcome this community. That's why you're the first to know about Proper Jeremy. You're the best. Well, thank you, Proper Jeremy. I appreciate that very much. So, Alden Foster says, later. Jason Clark, Hyprin. What's up, bruv? Jagan, wow, it's over, and it just got here. Goodbye. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jagan. I'm so sorry. Mr. P.I. says, yes, join this card. Yes, indeed. Join the Discord, please. Nickel Noodles. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Rhaegar Targaryen, Jeffrey Toone. So glad, Jeffrey Toone, that you could be on the stream. Jeffrey Toone's been one of my longest patron members. Has been here from essentially the very, very beginning. So I'm always glad when I can be on at a time that he can be on, since we're like an 8-hour difference. So it's really great to see you here, as always. Super says, hopefully you can stream tomorrow. I've been missing way too many of your streams. Makes me sad. Have a great night. Well, also, I have not been on as consistently either, and that's for a lot of reasons, mostly for life and family. So, you know, for legitimate reasons, but I definitely want to try to, you know, get on more consistently. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. You are all amazing and beautiful people. If you've emailed me, I'm going straight to my emails right after this ends. So go ahead and get to your emails and wait for a response. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Delish, I have one of the longest members. Delish is right about that. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I love you all, and God bless.